Hi everyone, this is Nina from Eat Allergy Safe and welcome to my daily video challenge, Monday to Friday, doing rants about whatever's in the allergy community that you want me to talk about. So today I'm going to talk about whether you should have an allergen-free home. There's been a few stories that are going around about kids having allergic reactions and what to do when you get diagnosed, should you take the allergens out the house and things like this. So I decided to talk about it today. And so when you decide whether you should have an allergen-free home, it's all about, what you're comfortable with and what you want your child to learn, as well as the severity of their allergies. Now, if you have a child who's got contact or airborne allergies, you're going to have to be so much more careful with how you handle allergens around them. And also, potentially, they shouldn't be around allergens because it could cause an allergic reaction, and that's very serious. So, my advice on this is you need to think what you're comfortable for. So, my experience, and I'm going to talk from my experience, is that I didn't grow up in an allergen-free home. My mum loves peanut butter. She loves, and my parents have nuts as a snack. So for them, they decided they'd make my allergy move around what was going on in the world. Obviously staying safe. Now, the only difference when I was a kid was the way the nuts were eaten changed. So instead of, just grabbing the packet, putting some on your hand, things like that, if you just grab some crisps, or you just grab something. That didn't happen. There had to be more thought and care into the process in order to make it safe. So the process that happened was the nuts have a special box in the house. So I know exactly where they are. They're labelled nuts in big writing so that I never mistake it. Then my parents would take whatever nuts they were having, usually pistachio or cashews, which are not my most allergic, and they put it in a little bowl and they'd eat with a spoon. And that way there's less risk of, hands touching the nuts and that going places. Then whenever they'd finished, the bowls and spoons went straight into the dishwasher, and I was told don't take anything out of the dishwasher until it's had a cycle, because then you're going through a very hot process and it's going to be safer. Now, that actually still continues to this day, even though I haven't lived at home in quite a few years, probably a long time. So it's a bit more lax now because I don't live at home, and that's fine. And, now there's almond milk in the fridge. We didn't have almond milk when I was growing up. No one drank it. My dad is allergic mildly to nuts. He just gets an itchy mouth, and just an itchy mouth and feels uncomfortable. But he's okay with a lot of tree nuts, such as cashews and pistachios, as I mentioned. So the reasons why I think having a non-allergen-free home is a good idea is because you get the chance to teach your child, and your child gets the chance to learn what it's like in a controlled environment to be around their allergens safely. It also desensitizes them from other people having nuts around them, not in the allergen sense, but in the anxiety sense. Because watching my parents, and although they were being very careful, I also was being taught to watch. What were they doing? How were they eating? What were those bowls touching? And all those things you need to know. And if you're an allergy parent or an allergy sufferer, you're going to know what I'm talking about. You're going to be constantly vigilant, watching everything that's going on, and it's going to be like a sixth sense. And if you're a kid growing up with allergies, the best thing is that you don't have to try, and it's not going to take a lot of energy to do it, because you're going to have practice from the point that you are able to understand your allergy. And that's the thing that you need to instill as a parent, so that they're not going to get so tired as you are. Because I never get tired looking after my allergy, because I have done it. I've practiced so many times that it's just second nature, and that's the place you want to get to. so that you're always vigilant and you're always practicing. Now, also why I don't think it's, why personally, I think having allergens in the house is good is because it's not an allergen-free home, an allergen-free world, sorry. You're going to encounter allergens every day, all the time, because not everybody has your allergies. If you have multiple severe, you're going to have to be very careful, and you're just going to have more to watch out for. Also, I've found that having nuts in the house had bonuses that I never expected, which were, I know the sound of nuts when they're being eaten because I've heard my mum eat peanut butter, I've heard her chew cashews and pistachios. So I've had a couple times over my growing up where I have bitten into something and realised this is not what I should be biting into. And it has actually been a chocolate bar with almonds in. I've done that twice over my 26 years. So, and I've never swallowed. I've always spat it out because I've realised through that sound that I've heard and then I've experienced that, oh, I really shouldn't be, doing this. So that is a brief kind of my arguments for having an allergens in the house. And especially if you as a parent are not allergic, it's going to be easier because you'll actually want to eat them. So that's it. All my meals and all family meals were allergen safe for me, but there were allergens in the house that my parents would have as snacks, and that was it. I didn't feel excluded. I just didn't want to eat it. I was like, ugh, why are you eating that? It's disgusting. It could kill me. It made me really sick. But that was just it. So that's it for today. Thank you for joining me. I'll have another video for you tomorrow, of course. And yeah, if you've got any topics you want me to have a rant about, leave me a message in the comment section below. Make sure you subscribe. There's a little thing down here or there. And check out my videos from the previous 2 weeks of doing it almost. So yeah, thanks for joining me. Bye.